Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. All right, let's get into it, man. Team Spence is supremely confident that they're going to break Bud Crawford. I mean, I've been hearing everything from under the sun about what's going to happen to Bud. Now, we already know about the orbital eye. We know about the broken noses. We know about the broken ribs. These are all some of the things that Errol Spence Jr. can store upon an opponent. And unfortunately, the opponent on July 29th will be Terence Bud Crawford. Now, the thing I really want to get into is I was watching All Access, and Errol's boxing coach, Derrick James, who is, in my opinion, the best boxing coach in boxing at the moment. Now, we do have Ronnie Shields, great legends like that. Also, Tyson Fury trainer. I can't recall the guy's name. Whoever trained Tyson Fury, I forgot his name, man. Sorry about that, guy. I forgot your name. But you don't really train nobody in America that's really relevant, so that's probably why I forgot your name. Anyway, I heard Derrick James say he saw an image of Terence Crawford and his mom dancing in the ring after a victory. And DJ reply was, "You won't be dancing after July 29th. I thought that was very funny. But I really thought that was DJ showing the confidence of his fighter, which is Errol Spence, that they are confident they're going to break Bud Crawford. They're going to break his will, take his soul, take his will out of his body. Now, I have never seen anybody do that to Terence Crawford. Maybe that's because Terence Crawford has not faced the opposition at the right time. A lot of people say, well, Terence Crawford has fought Kell Brook, he's fought Sean Porter, he fought this guy. But he fought those guys when they was basically completely done. Kell Brook was fighting at 154 for I don't know how many fights before he came back down to 147 and fought Terence Crawford in a money grab as a drained fighter, a dehydrated, weight drain fighter. And you fought Sean Porter when Sean Porter was 1 foot in and 1 foot out the boxing ring. Sean Porter was already doing commentating basically on a normal basis. Like Sean Porter has been on numerous broadcasts before he fought Terence Crawford. So it's kind of iffy with Bud's resume. I mean, just be honest, it's kind of iffy with all the boxers' resume of today. We just don't have that type of crop of fighters as we did back in the 80s, in the 90s, in the early 2000s. We just don't have those type of fighters today. Now you have a fighter might fight, sometime once a year, 2 times a year at best. Like, back in the day, we had fighters fighting 4 or 5 times a year. You know what I'm saying? But those are the golden age, the golden days of boxing. But the confidence of Errol Spence and the confidence of Derrick James is really through the roof. And I don't see how Bud Crawford is going to deal with that, man, because if you're fighting a guy, him and his coach, when you're making references towards the guy's mother that she's not going to be dancing after this fight on July 29th, hey, man, that tells you a lot about the confidence of Derrick James and the confidence of Errol Spence Jr. On every interview since this fight was announced, all we hear Errol Spence say is, "I'm going to break him. I'm going to take his will." He basically saying he's going to make Bud quit. Now, if that happens, if this fight gets stopped, not a knockout, because we know Errol don't knock you out. Errol like to punish you and break you down for 8, 9, or 10 rounds until the referee or the corner or the doctor has to stop the fight because the opponent has took too much damage, a la Yordenis Ugas, a la Lamont Peterson, so on and so on. So when you already have a guy in Errol Spence Jr. who's already known as a body damager, who's coming straight for your body, kill the body and the head will follow. When you got that type of guy coming at you, and then he's got even more confidence on top of that, well, then I feel like it's going to be a long night for Bud Crawford. However long this fight lasts. I got Errol winning, but originally I had Errol winning in a split decision, but seeing the confidence, seeing what I think the game plan is going to be for Terence Crawford, I think Crawford is in trouble. Now I'm changing my pick to Errol Spence stopping Bud Crawford in 10 rounds. If Bud body can take 10 rounds of punishment, well, then he can last about 10 rounds. After that, it's going to be night-night because I think that body going to wear down. And like I said, you keep beating on a certain spot. You have to remember one thing about Spence. When Spence beat on your body, it's not all tactical, nice place shots to the kidneys or to the solar plexus. Errol beats on your hips. Errol hits you on your elbows. Errol will hit you in your neck. Wherever he can land that hard shot at, he's going to hit you with it, as long as it's not low. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a long night for Bud Crawford, getting your elbows beat, getting your hips beat, getting your kidneys, your stomach, your chest, all that stuff from his body is going to be taken for, like I say, for however long that fight lasts. I'm picking Errol in the 10th round stoppage. Originally, I had Errol in a split decision, and it still could go to a split decision, or it still could be a draw. I'm not taking none of that out because this is boxing and we know how boxing goes. So, okay, so one fighter can just straight damage you for 12 rounds and it can be a one-sided behind kicking, or you can just go in there and knock a guy out, or you can get screwed by the judges. Like I say, this boxing, man, and if you're a diehard boxing fan like I am, you just got to deal with all the bad stuff that comes with it, man, because we love the sport. It's nothing like mano a mano. It's nobody to tag in. It's nobody to throw you the ball. It's nobody for you to pass the ball. It's none of that. It's just mano a mano. And at the end of the day, Derek James cannot fight for Errol Spence. And Bomac cannot fight for Bud Crawford. It's going to be these two guys in the ring, locking horns for the best fight we done seen since 1981. I am so pumped for it. I'm ready for it. And Errol Spence, super confident. Derek James, super confident. I know Team Bud super confident too, by all the disrespect they've been giving Errol Spence for the last 3 to 4 years. And somebody's going to have to pay for that disrespect. And the disrespect has been coming from Bud's team, not Bud himself. So at the end of the day, your team is going to get you messed up, bro. I really believe that. All the disrespect that came from Team Bud, Errol Spence has been hearing that. You know, Errol Spence is a very humble dude. He's not too much of a trash talker. He do all this trash talking in the ring when he breaking your elbows and breaking your hip bones. Okay? So like I said, man, supreme confidence from Team Spence. And, hey, they sold me on it. Terrence Crawford, you're in trouble come July 29th. That's all I got, guys. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and please double tap that bell icon so you will be notified every time your boy TJ drops a video. That's all I got. Deuces. July 29th is going down, baby. Holla.